Hi, and welcome to Yoga by Now Jess. I'm Jess, and welcome back to class. It's been a little while, but I hope you're as excited as I am to get back into these classes. Today, it's a bit cold, it's a bit grey, so I thought what we'd do is move through a warming flow. As always, you don't need anything fancy, just bring yourself to the mat, ready to play, ready to breathe, and ready to move. As always, rest whenever you need to rest, and I hope that you enjoy. Let's go ahead and get started laying on our backs in constructed rest. So what I mean by that is lay on your back with your feet on the mat, out a little bit wider than your hips, and let the knees fall in together. It can be really nice to place your hands on your body here and just start to settle. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Feel the body relax and resting on the mat. A really nice way to start a practice is to just ease into things. Move away from whatever you've been doing and just come into the mindset that for the next little while, you have nowhere else you need to be and nothing else you need to be doing. Take another big breath. And a big sigh out. Let's start to tiptoe the feet in together until they touch and gently let the knees fall apart. If this is uncomfortable, you can always stack some blocks or some pillows under your legs for a little bit more support. But try and rest here. Even if today's flow might be a little bit stronger, it's nice just to start with a moment of stillness. I invite you to be in each moment of the class as it's happening. Don't worry about what's coming or what's gone before. Just try and enjoy the moment that you're in. And then taking your hands to the outside of your legs and gently helping the knees come back together. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Maybe a little rock and roll from side to side. Loosening of the lower back. A little self-massage. You can take the knees around in a few circles. Some gentle movement for the body, maybe if you've just woken up or if you've been sitting all day. Let's not rush into things. And if the eyes are still closed, gently start to blink them open. And we're going to drop both knees over towards the left and take the right arm out to the side. If you've got the space, you can take the arm straight out. If you haven't, or if it's a good option, you can just take that hand into a bit of a cactus shape. You can either keep looking up or you can turn the head and look over the right arm. A little twist. And then activating the core, bringing the head back to center. Gently bring the knees through the middle and over to the right. Taking the left arm either out long or into a cactus shape. Keeping an awareness on the breath in these movements. Noticing if you're holding the breath. And if you are, maybe come out a little, adjust the pose until you find that the breath comes easier again. Good. Activating the core, bringing the knees back through the middle. Give them one last hug. Big breath in and big sigh out if it feels good. Let's start to move a little bit more. If it feels good, you can start to rock up and down along the spine until you come up to a seat and then all the way over into a tabletop position, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. And let's start to move into some cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, open the collarbones, look forward. As you exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, round the spine. Now with your own breath moving through, full inhale as you look forward. Full exhale as you round the spine. One more time, just like that. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you close. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. Let's take a thread the needle. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, drop the shoulder, drop the head. And the left hand can reach up and behind, either onto the lower back, or maybe you can take the wrap and take the left hand to the right thigh. Keep breathing. Good. One more breath here. And then bringing the left hand back under the shoulder, using it to push yourself back up to a tabletop. And let's take that to the other side. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Gently placing the head on the mat and the right hand to the lower back, or takes a wrap onto the left thigh. A couple of even, steady breaths here. Good. Taking this right hand back under the shoulder, you use that to lift you back up towards your tabletop. Maybe take the hands a little bit further forward, tuck the toes. Using your core, hover the knees a couple of centimeters off the mat. And breathing here. Starting to build some heat into the body. Take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pause for a moment here and just assess how you feel. Maybe you notice an area of tightness, maybe an area of ease. And once you've had a little scan, then you can start to make any adjustments, pedaling out through the feet, shaking the head, making sure that the fingers are really supporting all the knuckles, pushing into the mat, and push the mat away with the hands. Good. With your next inhale, we're going to roll forward to a plank of your choice. So always feel free to place the knees on the ground if that's a better option for you in this moment. And then send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Next inhale, roll forward again. As you exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's tiptoe the feet up towards the hands at the front of the mat. Find a nice easy forward fold. So bend the knees as much as feels good. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Have a little sway from side to side in ragdoll. Good. Let any worries, any troubles fall out the top of the head and float away. Just focus on how this feels. Release the hands, keep the knees bent and the chin tucked as you slowly roll up towards standing. Let the head be the last thing that comes up. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, back and down. Good. In your Tadasana, take a nice deep breath. Good. Now let's flow. Inhale the arms up towards the sky, look up. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Find Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Hands can touch the ground if they reach. They can also go to your shins or your thighs. Nice long spine. And then exhale, fold, bend the knees, place the hands on the mat, step back first to a plank. And again, always a plank of your choice. And then roll it back to downward facing dog. A breath or two here. Does this down dog feel different from the first one? Good. Let's inhale the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Come forward through plank, hug that knee in towards the chest and place the right foot between the hands at the front of the mat. Lower the back knee, and as you inhale, push through the front foot to bring yourself up to a low lunge. Good. Couple of breaths here. Good. Keeping the lower ribs tucked in, and a little tuck of the tailbone will deepen that stretch through the front left hip flexor. Good. Exhale, hands to the earth. Send the hips back and see if you can straighten the front leg. Picking up the toes and bringing them towards you. Half splits. Good. And keeping a nice straight back, hinging at the hips in this forward fold. And you can walk the hands forward as we come back towards a low lunge. If the toes aren't already tucked, tuck the toes on the back foot, lift the back knee. We're going to pivot on the feet and the hips and come around to a low side lunge or Skandasana on the right. Maybe you can bring the hands to prayer at heart center. And breathe. If this low version isn't accessible, you can always bring it higher. Good. That should feel strong through that front leg. And then pivot back towards your low lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back to downward facing dog. Good. Sigh it out if you need. With the next inhale, take the left leg up towards the sky. Come forward through plank. Place the foot between the hands at the front of the mat. Lower the back knee. Inhale the arms to the sky. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good. Hands to the earth. Send the hips back. Straighten through that front leg. Again, hinging at the hips. And trying to bring this left hip back so it's in line with the right. Maybe the toes come a little bit closer towards you. Nice. And then come back forward towards that low lunge. And then we're going to pivot on the hips and find Skandasana to the other side. Notice a difference from side to side. Maybe this feels more open. Maybe you're up on the toes this side. Good. Hands back to the earth. Pivot and find your low lunge. Hands to the earth. Step it back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to roll forward towards a plank. Again, always a plank of your choice. And we're going to turn this into a side plank. So if you've got the knees up, drop to the outside edge of the right foot, stack the left foot on top, take the left hand to the heart, and then up towards the sky. And breathe here. If you'd like to drop the knees, take the right foot behind you, stretch the left long, again, left hand to heart, and then up towards the sky. Choose the option that feels best for you in this moment. Take a big breath in, and then exhale, hands to the earth, back to the middle, and then straight over to the other side. I said this flow was going to warm you up. This will certainly be keeping you warm. Again, either option, knees up or knees down. If you're looking for a little more fire, maybe you can lift the top leg. Take a big breath in and then exhale, hands to the earth, back to the middle. Send the hips up, downward facing dog. Whew. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Come forward through plank, step it to the outside of the right foot. Then we're going to bring the left foot, outside of the right hand. Then we're going to bring the left foot to the outside of the right hand. Lower the hips and find Malasana or a yogi squat. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Maybe you close the eyes here for a moment. And gently open the eyes, lower the hands, pick up the hips, tiptoe the feet back under the hips and find a forward fold. Good. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, place the hands on the mat, step back to a plank. And then bend the knees, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Come forward through plank. Gently place the right foot between the hands. This time we're going to keep the back knee lifted. Strong legs, we push down to lift ourselves up to a crescent lunge. Same principle as in a low lunge. So you want a little tuck through the tailbone to deepen the stretch through the hip flexor. And you want to keep those lower ribs sucked in. Big breath in. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. Drop the shoulders, reach the arms long. Good. Keep the legs where they are. Flip the palm of the right hand. Reach up and over to reverse your warrior. Come back to your warrior two. Take the right elbow to the right knee. Sweep the left arm long and move towards a side angle. Try and keep this left shoulder open. Again, push through the feet to bring yourself up to warrior two. And then we're going to pivot the feet and the hips back towards your crescent lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the earth, step it back, downward facing dog. Good. How does this downward dog feel compared to the others? Keep pushing the mat away with the hands. Lengthen the tailbone up towards the sky. Inhale the left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Come forward through plank. Place it between the hands. Strong legs push down to lift you up, crescent lunge. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, open warrior two. Drop the shoulders, reach the arms long. Strong legs stay where they are. Flip the palm, reach up and over to reverse your warrior. Big side stretch. Back through warrior two. Take the left elbow to the left knee. Sweep the right long, side angle. Good. Strong legs, back through warrior two. Pivot towards your crescent lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the earth. This time I'm going to step it forward to a forward fold. Good. Tiptoe the feet out about as wide as the yoga mat. Start to lower the hips. Come back to your Malasana. Good. You can take the hands behind you if you like to lower the bum. Start to bring the feet straight out in front of you. Flex the feet so the toes are coming back towards you. Sit tall through the spine. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, take a forward fold, hinging at the hips. Wherever the hands reach, just let them rest there. And keep sending the heart forward. One more deep breath here. Maybe you can exhale it a little bit deeper. Release the hands, roll back up. And then we're going to head straight back to laying down, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Again, maybe a little rock side to side. When you're ready, let's slow things down, dropping the knees over to the left, and finding that twist from earlier in the class. Maybe you close your eyes here. And let the breath settle, let the breath return to an easy, natural rhythm. Notice how this twist feels in this moment. Maybe it's different from before, maybe it's the same. Doesn't matter, we're just noticing, using the core. Bring the knees through center and take them to the other side. The left arm either goes long or towards that cactus shape. And breathing and noticing on this side. So yoga isn't always about fixing things, feeling better. It's about noticing how you feel, observing. Use the core to bring the legs back through center. One last hug. And then drop the feet onto the mat. Keep them together. Let the knees fall out to the side. Maybe the hands stay off the body this time. Palms facing up. Taking up space, you deserve it. Letting the body sink heavy. Feeling the mat underneath you, supporting you, holding you. And then take the hands to the outside of the legs, bring the knees in together, keep the knees together, take the feet out wide, back to our constructed rest. Hands can either go one hand belly, one hand heart, or take up a whole heap of space and take the arms out really wide. I want to thank you for coming back to class today. I hope that you got something out of it. Feel free to stay here like this for as long as feels good. I'm just going to roll up, but as I said, feel free to stay where you are. Bring the hands to heart center, and let's close this practice together with one final breath. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out. Thank you, yogis, for joining me again. As I said, I hope you got something out of today's class, and I look forward to bringing you many more classes like this year. If this shorter class left you wanting more, then I hold every week on a Thursday at lunchtime a live online class. I'll leave the details below and you're more than welcome to join. So if you'd like a little bit more, come along for a full 60-minute class, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.